Hi, my name is Billy and I'm 17 years old. I would like to tell you the story of how one song turned my whole life upside down overnight and what has finally become of that. Have you already guessed what my full name is? My name is Billie Eilish Pirate Baird O'Connell, and I am pretty sure you have heard about me, about what I am now, or at least how other people would like to perceive me now. And I bet you are interested in how it all began. That's exactly what my story will be about. Well, I have to admit, I was very, very lucky in the beginning of my life, and then I got less lucky, but that may be the main. But my life, and then I got less lucky, but that may be the main reason why everything turned out the way it did. I am lucky that I was born into such a musical family. My mother was a songwriting teacher, and my father played many musical instruments, from the piano to the ukulele. And I also got lucky that my older brother Phineas, who was only 3 years old at the time, was already waiting for me. We grew up in a prosperous area of Los Angeles, never in need of anything that we wanted. I even went in taking horseback riding lessons. Life seemed beautiful, but then the year 2008 came and brought with it the recession. We ended up having to move from our spacious house to a house with 2 bedrooms and 3 pianos, as my mom joked. Well, we had to fit these pianos into the house any way we could. I had to leave my horseback riding, it was too expensive, so I spent all my time at home with my older brother. We were all a little musical bunch. Phineas and I had nothing else to do but to become part of it. I always thought of it as something that was a part of us. When we were little, my dad would make us mixtapes with songs by artists like the Beatles and Avril Lavigne, so we learned a lot from those. Even though I never really thought about being a singer, I've always loved it. I've been in the Los Angeles Children's Chorus since I was about 8, and nobody said anything against it. I was so lucky. Our parents did not let us go to school, so both Phineas and me were homeschooled. So it's no wonder that my brother Phineas was always there. What can children do if they're always at home together? Well, Phineas looked after me the best he could, but still with horror remembers how I came into his room one day, picked up something from the floor, and stuffed it thoughtfully into my mouth. I could not concentrate on anything at all. This is called attention deficit disorder, but of course I did not know anything about it, and therefore I did not think about why I could not concentrate on anything for long. In fact, to not go to school, of course, had its own charm. Instead of learning the things that we would never need at school, my brother and I focused on things that really interested us and that we really wanted to do. I understand that in regular school there are things that we need to do and study because it's necessary. But we were taught what was necessary, and the rest of the time we devoted to music and dance. I just started writing songs at 11 because I was like, dude, I've got some stuff to say and I'm gonna say it, and here it is. You might ask, so what did you really have to say when you were 11, Billy? And you know what I'd say? It's annoying to me when people think that it's all just because of age. People would look at me and be like, oh, you're 15. How can you feel those things when you've never experienced them? It doesn't matter how old you are. Any person can experience any sort of pain or happiness. I don't tell people my age, though everybody knows it now. But the thing is that I don't want people to know because then they're going to think of me as something I'm not. My brain has no age, it's just a brain. And it thinks and it feels, and I feel. My hardest years were when I was 11, 12, and 13. And people are like, oh, that's just being a little kid. But it's like, dude, That's when you figure out things, and that's when you start feeling horrible things. I think that's when you learn the most, really. The teenage years.